How's the season been?
Pretty good, Rob. Yeah, quite a successful season. Yeah, tuning out a few winners and that, winning a few feature meetings here at Riccarton and that. So yeah, quite more than happy with the way it's been going.
I guess you probably don't have a season. I guess you just have a year.
Well, basically you do, but different seasons. Obviously, autumn, spring, winter. But yeah, this is the fun part now, winter. Look at it.
That leads me on to the fact, when it's raining, we all hunker down inside, but you guys have got to keep going.
Yeah, unfortunately, you just got to suck it up and soldier on. They've got to get work still, but yeah, it's not the most pleasant time of the year, but it is what it is.
As far as training is concerned, is it a different regime because of the heavy going?
Yeah, well, but they're all individuals, Rob, but basically they do take a lot more work to get through the heavy tracks as opposed to summer when they're racing on top of the ground. They have to be really rock hard fit this time of year to cop these heavy 10s and that, so yeah, a lot more work goes into them.
Are they more prone to injury when it's cold?
No difference. In fact, the winter's probably the best time for them. They don't get a bug or anything. The cold weather kills any virus or bugs going around, so and that side of things, it's a lot better for the horses.
And nutrition, does that stay the same? Well, we're inclined to eat roast dinners, aren't we? So,
well, basically, horses are the same, Rob. They eat a lot more in the winter. You know, as you know yourself, when it's cold, you need some more energy, so they do eat a lot more.
And what about syndication? Because it's a very easy way of people getting into your industry as an owner.
Well, that's where it's going now, Rob. Yeah, the days of, you know, one bloke owning a horse, they're basically gone. It's so expensive to race a horse now. So syndicate's the way to go. Usually have 10 in a syndicate, costs them, you know, a small outlay for a lot of fun.
Do people approach people like yourself, Danny?
Oh yeah, I've got a good client base sort of thing, and there's always people ringing up for a share on a horse and that, just to have a day out at the races, basically.
Rule of thumb, or is there sort of a guideline on what it's going to cost a syndicate of 10, for example, each one of those people for the training fees?
Yeah, they basically they obviously pay for the daily training fee, float fees, nominations and jockeys. So divided 10 ways, it's pretty available to do.
And then of course the horses aren't being trained 12 months of the year, are they? They do have time out.
Oh, for sure. Like here, it's a transition period. All the summer horses have gone out, the winter ones have come in. So yeah, just horses for courses and seasons.
What makes you decide which horses are going to be summer and which ones are going to be winter?
Oh, look, most of the winter horses are bred to be, you know, wet tracker sort of thing, and as rule of thumb, it's not always the way, but you only way to find out is line them up on a wet track sort of thing, and if they handle it, they handle it. If they don't, they go to the paddock and try something else.
Shape? I mean, I'm thinking about the big hind quarters for the heavy going.
No, actually, those big heavy horses are the ones that sort of don't get through it as good. You know, it's a lighter frame ones with the smaller feet can skip through the mud. So those big bulky horses, they sometimes struggle on the real heavy tracks.
And then of course we've got the jumping season looming as well.
Yeah, that's always a great part of the year. I look forward to it, sort of thing.
Well, you're an ex-jumping jock.
Yeah, no brains. But yeah, like winter racing would be boring without jumps. You know, watching maidens go around on heavy 10s and that. So, and you know, you get a lot more people at the races. Like over National Week, people just come out of the woodwork to watch jumpers go around.
People were syndicating coming into jumpers, or were they mainly the flat?
Oh no, but they're pretty diversified. You know, some like jumpers, some don't. But yeah, I've always never had trouble getting a syndicate for a jumper.
And how do you train them to go over jumps? Because they apparently they don't see what's directly in front of them.
Oh, you start from scratch. You start jumping over wee logs and that, and just slowly up the ante and jumping bigger and bigger as they get on.
So this is like show jumping training?
Basically, yeah, basically.
But it's flat out.
Flat out, well, you go a bit quicker. And you don't jump as high.